On this episode of Hot Rod Garage,
Can only get better from here.
ugh. Welcome back to Hot Rod Garage. I'm Tony Angelo. It's my buddy Lucky Costa.
Hello.
Every once in a blue moon, a car comes along that makes such an impression on gearheads, it just instantly becomes legendary. Hemi Cuda, SS anything, Mach 1 Mustangs, right? But there's a whole nother car you gotta talk about. And this is a hot take, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the Buick Grand National is the most legendary, most iconic, most revered muscle car of all time.
I can think of a few reasons why this is such a cool car. Why do you think they're so cool?
All right, so like the guys that own these cars think that they're the baddest, fastest, nastiest things that ever came out of Detroit.
And if you argue with them,
Yeah, if you argue with them, you're gonna have to come see these hands because they are diehard maniacs.
tax-free.
That's right. There really is some special things about this car that just sort of catapulted it to this legendary status. First reason these cars are so beastly and so legendary is timing. 1973 to 1983 is generally called the malaise era. Basically, you know, oil crisis, compression went down, emissions was garbage, cars started to suck.
Emission era.
But guess what happened in 1984 that ended all that like this?
It's right here.
First Grand National came out. This little V6 turbocharged boy made 200 horsepower and 300 foot-pounds of torque right off the bat. When they intercooled these cars in 1986, they were faster than basically everything. Faster than a Lamborghini Countach, Chevy Corvette,
What about Porsche?
928, faster than that. And when the last one came out, the GNX, the top dog, the final swan song of the Grand National, 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds.
Which is just unbelievable.
There were only two cars you could buy in the world that were faster. 911 Turbo and the ZR1 Corvette. And this thing cost $18,000. They were total world beaters. So we have wanted to get one of these Turbo Buicks as a Hot Rod Garage project for the longest time. But as you can imagine, a car that's so cool and so iconic and so legendary does not come cheap these days. And I think I found the cheapest running and driving Turbo Buick in the country. $3,800 for this 1984 T-Type. It's a mess, but it's a good starting point. We're gonna call it the Grand Trashional.
That's very descriptive.
Yeah. It has T-tops, and they've been leaking for a very long time. The interior is disgusting, stinky, moldy, musty. So what we're gonna do is take it out, see what it feels like, get back, turn this thing back into a car.
Hold on. Respirators?
Mount up! Yes!
It's raining chips of stuff on me.
Got good brakes. This car is awesome. It's such a piece of garbage. We have the...
I don't want to laugh. I want to keep my mouth closed.
It's rusty inside, it's rusty outside, it's rusty underneath.
I've noticed that all the interior body panels are holding the chunks in.
It's been leaking inside this car for years, clearly. Stinks, everything's gross. I don't know how the seatbelts are rusty. It's got a giant leak in a turbo up pipe, so pre-turbo boost leak. It's got a ton of vacuum leaks.
I don't know what air freshener this is, but it smells like black mold. Man, I kind of get the impression this thing would be a lot better if it would have just had some preventative maintenance.
I agree. It still seems it's the weirdest combination of a solid feeling car that's clearly falling apart. It's like a house you buy and they're like, it's got good bones. But like, I think it might have good bones. I don't know, man.
This was the go fast car back in the day. We get a lot of those, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of back in the day go fast cars.
Yeah, this one we need to bring back from the dead. So we just got back from a little test rip. The interior is absolutely disgusting. It's unusual that we would want to jump into fixing seats and stuff, but this car is so gross inside.
Yeah.
So we're gonna seal up the T-tops, seats, carpet. I've seen some rust down in these door jambs that need to get sorted. Again, it's part of the T-top leak issue. We'll get that done. Then we're gonna get up inside under that hood and make sure this thing is running 100%-ish.
Going in, cover me.
Somebody's house keys.
Careful. Don't let it dump out in here. You can have it.
No, you got it.
No, you got it.
I feel like you
No,
take it.
Go ahead. You got it.
Anytime you have water that leaks in your car and then stays in your car, it is a good potential it's gonna rust. We're finding a couple of rust holes here on the floor. This isn't a super old car. It's not 50s or 60s like sometimes we work on, but it's old enough that this has done some damage. So $50 sized holes. I'll fix them up. It'll be fine.
This car could talk. The stories it would tell.
You'll be saying this. Ow. Ow. Leave me alone.
We're putting it back on though, so we can't
Yeah, save this one.
chuck it.
So one thing I did notice damage-wise when I was buying this car is that there's some real hokey repairs in here. I can see some fiberglass. It's basically like a spackle and home repair. So I'm gonna punch it out and see how bad it
Just
goes.
so you know, the kit says like new.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like the driver's side got way worse damage from all the water coming in. So this is the patch panel. It's from gbodyparts.com. And you see, it's gonna do a great job of covering all that damage. I will clean it up, cut it out, weld it in, good as new. There's just like garbage seal after garbage seal after garbage seal put on this thing.
You can always tell the quality of the repair by the materials that they use.
Yeah.
Pretty sure this is JB Weld.
Yep.
And so you use scrap metal, whatever you can find laying around.
Yeah.
In this case, they used a
Visit PA license plate. So in case you're wondering what year they did it, looks like 2011.
2011 was when these
This
repairs.
repair would have expired 2012.
Oh yeah.
So we've got a whole set of seats that are disgusting, smelly, gross, sun-faded, waterlogged, nasty. So we're gonna have Kalen, our shop manager, take care of that because he's done a ton of upholstery. He's got a great attention to detail, very fastidious, and what's cool is he has no sense of smell. He could not be better equipped for this. I've got a full set from Classic Industries of new seat covers that smell fresh, look good, are still gray, so
They smell?
they don't smell. These smell.
I got nothing.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Hey, thanks for the tip.
Cool.
I like it.
All right, you take care of this?
You take care of that?
Yep.
Cool.
Thanks,
I'm
dude.
on it.
All right, so after taking this thing for a little drive, letting it cool off, and that took a minute, I see that there have been some upgrades to this, and by the term upgrade, I'm using that pretty loosely. This looks like a sock, maybe dipped in Adobe and then wrapped around a leak in the exhaust pipe. So yeah, this thing should be nothing but good times. I'm removing the cast.
So you gonna walk again?
Asbestos for everyone. Okay, so what I found in here, underneath the Adobe clay repair, was this is a flex pipe that allows the turbo, when it gets hot, and the exhaust, when they expand and move around, that allows for a little bit of movement. And so it was leaking, and their repair was to do whatever it was they did. And yeah, it's not gonna fly.
I've got the bottom of the door jamb all cut out, everything that was totally rotted. I've removed a ton of metal, anything that looked questionable. Everything here is now solid, and I removed it in a way, this is 2 layers, that I can lay the patch panel right on top where it should be and weld it all in flush. Before I do that, I'm gonna get in here and hose this all down with rust inhibitor spray, so hopefully we can prevent this from happening as long as possible. These patch panels come a certain size, but you basically want to cut out all the metal that you need. I don't need all this, so what I'm going to do is be really conservative, cut, you know, so that it's basically about 1 inch bigger than I need it, so I can fit it in there, get that dialed cut, because I'm going to try to butt weld this, as in figure it's going to fit just like this, and I'll weld across the seam, so it's got to be perfect.
So after digging out that Adobe repair or whatever it was over there, I found the flex pipe was broke. I'm gonna cut this off, and we found this over in the scrap pile, and use this.
So after much grinding, measuring, marking, more grinding, some sanding, this thing fits pretty great. Obviously, you want to balance leaving metal on and slowly taking it away to get it to fit. Balance that with making yourself completely insane. I'm right at the point where I'm ready to weld it in. Once you've got part of it welded, you can make the rest of the metal stretch and smooth and dance. Just get a punch and a hammer, boom, 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 then weld away.
Okay, so we're getting ready to do a lot of rust repair. Getting ready to replace this header up here. Spotted out that they used lead to blend the top skin to the lower skin. I haven't seen that in a while, so I'm gonna get rid of it.
The lead filler they used to use, it's no plastic in there back in the day, that's how they did it. But environmental concerns, et cetera, they cut that out. Another thing to use, it's called all metal. It's a non-shrinking filler that has aluminum mixed in, and then we'll replace this with that once we weld it all back together. So the floor is kind of riddled with holes here and there. Not a ton and nothing too big. I'm gonna put one big patch panel in the front of the driver's seat, and then 2 little guys in the back, and I'll just cover it all up with some rust coating, and it should be good to go. Safety first.
That is not how you repair anything ever.
It's always a good sign when you can use tin snips to cut your car in half.
You could use scissors, for real. A good pair of scissors. Okay, so after cutting off a lot of the excess metal that we're not gonna use, I'm gonna use a Scotch-Brite wheel, knock off all the paint and adhesive on the top where the weld marks are. Then Tony can come in and drill out all the spot welds, and we'll be able to remove this thicker piece of metal, which is good because we need the piece underneath it.
So this has a little broach bit and this little plunge tip. You punch a center hole and then drill. It's gonna cut around the spot weld. And then if you do it right, you can actually just start peeling it apart. It's tough to find spot welds in metal that's this rusty, but if you do it like that, ba-boom.
This is an Eastwood hole punch. Past experience is this hole's a little bit too small to really plug weld. So after I punch some holes in this, I will then use a unibit, step it up a notch, and then we'll start fitting this thing. Okay, so after a ton of research, we've decided that we're going with the rust encapsulator we have, which is made by our good friends over at Eastwood.
It's an internal frame coating. Neutralize this rust, it's gonna seal it up so we don't have to get back in here and try to top coat it.
Now, I've used other stuff before that you can put on and in just a matter of hours, weld right over it. That would be a matter of hours we don't have.
Yep. All right, so it's time to finally weld in the header panel that we got from Classic Industries. We have just enough good metal here to make this all work, but it should be dialed. We've got it all seam sealed and rust encapsulated, neutralized, coated, zip zapped, defeated. The rust has been defeated. So we've got the floor patches all done up. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but they're gonna work.
Hey, I can make those floor patches look great. There you go.
Brand new carpet.
One day, you're gonna have to stand tall and explain these floor patches.
And so we went a little bit darker on the carpet because it always gets really dirty. So it's nice to have it a little bit darker to start with. So it's just a dark gray. We got it from Classic Industries. It's molded, fits great.
It already smells
yeah.
better. In the real world, you would probably do this last as to not get it dirty. But in our world, we want to sit comfortably in our new seats
Yeah, we do.
while we work on the stuff above our head.
So we're about to put in our new, from G-Body Parts, upper dash cover. And these 25-year-old Infinity speakers are wrecked. And we ran down to our little local stereo shop, which we still have in LA here and there. Put in a new set of 3.5s because we actually care about this car.
For now.
For now. Now it's time to put on our T-top seals and see if this all worked out. Got this stuff from G-Body Parts. It comes with a full kit. They have everything to replace the screw-down sheet metal. And now all new seals. This will be good as new-ish. These Turbo Buicks, Grand Nationals, T-types, all that stuff, they have interiors that are still super grandma, but they have a couple cool touches. One of them is this mega 80s little tachometer and digital boost gauge. They're rad. They always break. So the guys at G-Body Parts will take your unit, get in there, fix it all up, clean it up, get those electrical demons out of your way, send it back to you. So that's what they did. I'm gonna just now disassemble this, put it back in, slide that bad boy back in.
Okay, so after fighting for a half hour, 45 minutes with the new T-top seals, they are installed. New rubber is difficult to work with. So I cleaned up the T-top. I think if I get a running start, it might actually go in. So it went in, which means we're halfway done. Here's something we should be used to, Tony. Black cars with white doors.
That's right. This car's gonna Mirandize us later. Lucky and I are giving this thing a test sit. These seats are awesome. Doesn't stink in here anymore. The T-tops work.
That's what it is. It doesn't smell in here.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And it's just about time to go to the track. We have just a few more things to do. I gotta put the exhaust back together, plug wires, another T-top.
Motor's taken apart.
The motor's half apart. And then we will take this thing down the quarter mile and make sure she's doing what she's supposed to do.
Send help.
So we're here at an Auto Club Famoso Raceway.
In beautiful Bakersfield, California.
We've got our Buick, and we spent a bunch of time last night into the wee hours sort of getting this thing ready. We put the rest of the interior in. I wound up doing a last-minute water pump, plugs, wires, oil change, make sure it's ready to rock. It is looking like a whole new garbage car, and it seems to be running pretty strong.
It has a turbo.
It has a turbo.
For everything.
I can feel it. This car should do mid-15s if we're lucky. That would be awesome. We'd know it's 100%, and then we're gonna come back, you know, next episode for this bad boy. Upgrade everything, get very serious.
I'll be here for that one.
Our car has come a very long way, and we're gonna see what our Grand Trashional can do on the track.
Let's make smoke.
Let's do it. All right, let's see if it'll do a little burner.
Nice. And that's exactly how this party is gonna start.
All right, we're cruising. We didn't get out of the hole at all. I don't really know how to do. We're gonna have to work on getting that boost up. And it went. Feeling that 80s turbo lag, that's for sure.
Okay, first pass. Not a lot of heat in the tires, but it wasn't, I don't think traction was really a big issue. Looks like a 1552 at 90 miles an hour, which is what I think that thing ran in 1984. I think that's like the production numbers for that car.
Oh, 1552. That is exactly what I said it would do. We're geniuses. Remember all that stuff I was complaining about? Never mind. We've got 100% of T-type right here.
I like the title of this, the Hot Rod Grand Trashional. Right on the ticket.
What'd I say, mid-15s?
1550s, right?
1550, first try.
What did it run back in the day?
MotorTrend's test brand new Grand National 84 did 15.8. We just did 15.5.
Perfect.
Like I said, she's older, wiser, faster.
Still a little lighter.
Yeah, for sure. No, this is solid. It did not make any boost.
Any boost? I didn't see any boost.
I actually sat on the green light trying to get boosted up. I'm gonna do it a little longer this time.
Okay, this is pass number 2. Just heated up the tires. He's rolling up. He's going to stage. We did a 1550 a minute ago at 90 miles an hour. Starting to make some suspicious noises, so I'm back here for my own protection. And... I smell something. It smells like his wallet exploded. We're having a hard time finding reverse. Reverse lights are on, but I believe no one is home. I'm going to go with, it has drive, hold it, low, has a second. It has a neutral, and then it goes to neutral, and then when you stop, you can go back up to neutral, and then park. Like that's the gear selections today.
Shift it manually, Lucky says. That's the way to go, and then just bump it. Now we got one gear. I don't even know which one it is, but it's not a good one.
The upside to this whole thing is Tony had already alluded to the fact that we were going to do some pretty extensive upgrades. I think he meant we were going to bolt some cool stuff to this motor. I think it's going to go a little deeper than that. So the next episode is going to be unbelievable.
That's it for this episode of Hot Rod Garage. We fixed the T-tops, we fixed all that rust. The car is solid now, the interior is dope. Our Grand Trashional made it down the track once, did everything an 84 T-type should do.
Yes, it did.
But is it the most iconic, most legendary muscle car of all time?
Yes. It's not.
No. But we gotta get back in here next time, clearly go through that trans. Motor doesn't sound great, and we will upgrade it until it is as badass as it's supposed to be. Don't forget to check us out on social media between episodes. The show is Hot Rod Garage Show on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram, I'm Tangelo96.
I'm still Mobile Tech Lucky.
And we will see you guys next time.
How many of these cars have you broken now?
A lot. On this episode of Hot Rod Garage,
Still's going to the crap.
what happened?
This thing was serviced on 1320 at the drag strip. Tony!
Hold on.
Tony!
On this episode of Hot Rod Garage,
Crap is going down!
how's my side?
Audio was hot. You're supposed to stay.
Yeah, I know.